Alright, so this is a reaction video to Boy Meets World. I believe it's Deno's album, or it could be a mixtape. I don't know either way, but I like the project. I like how he released the actual project. The artwork, it does actually represent that it is Boy Meets World, because it does actually look like he's on top of the world somewhere. Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, it looks like he's on top of the world. You know what I mean? Which is interesting. So that's probably a representation that he feels like he's on top of the world and all that stuff there, and you have to meet the world. And that's the funny thing about the name Boy Meets World. It's a situation where, not funny thing, but it's a thing where if you look at it deeply, there's a time where a boy learns to become a man. And that's when he starts to realize and see the world as it is, or how it could be, and start moving according to how it is. Do you see what I mean? To start reacting to certain situations and this, that, and the third. So, you know what I mean? But anyway, so there's like 14 tracks on here. So there is the song Drizzy, then there's 18, then there's Medicine featuring Unknown T, then there's Lingo featuring JJ the Prince of New York, and there's someone else on this track. Let me just bring it up properly. And oh right, you know what, give me a second, because this is, you know, that ones where, all right, cool, let me get back to it. So Lingo featuring JJ the Prince of New York, or Prince of NY, and then Chunks. And then there's the song Vanilla, then there's Broken, then there's Gets Like That featuring Cadet Cadet. Every time I do that, my throat hurts. I big up Cadet. May legacy long live on. Get me? The rated legend. Anyway, then there's Different Rave featuring Craig David. Then there's the song Boy Meets World. Then there is FRFR, which is For Real, featuring DDG. Then there's Muddy Waters. Then there is Toxic Love featuring Jade Silver. Then there's Circles featuring OFB. And the OFB members on the track are Bando K and Double L's. And then there's the song Temperature. So yeah, I mean, it's a good track listing in terms of 14 tracks on there. One thing I definitely liked about this project was the fact of, you know, alright, let me tell you something about Deno, yeah? His vocals just seem to consistently improve, which is good. That naturally is supposed to happen anyway, but he in this project, he's letting you know that he can sing on any project and carry it well. Like, he's the type of vocalist, and this is rare that I hear in the UK anyway, or in general. Yeah, in general, this is rare that an artist is able to really add to the instrumentation or the production in terms of they're like a melody themselves. They're like an instrument themselves. I don't know how to explain it. It's like when he's harmonizing, you know what I mean? When he's doing all them things, I'm like, yo, he's cold. He's cold. Because look, it's one thing from going viral on social media because of their singing and blah, 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 because of their talent. But it's another thing where you're able to create actual body of work and actually create different songs now and again on different productions. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's even got a few UK drill rhythms on there, and he adds a different flavor to it. You know what I mean? Like the one with Unknown T and the one with OFB. You know what I mean? Like, he adds a different feel. Like, you know what I mean? A different feel, like raw. And obviously the song with Craig David, yeah, I'm like, raw, this song is cold. It's like UK garage feel, you know what I mean? Like UKG feel, yeah. And then there's also the song with Cadet, obviously. What should I say? Cadet. And with Cadet, like this is why he's like one of the he to me, I've always rated him, innit? But it's like it's interesting, like I've rated him since the Drip Set days, innit? But like anyway, like what's interesting, I just like the way like how he enters the track. You know what I mean? And then it made me think like when I was listening to the one with Craig David, a different wave, it made me think, you know how cold a song would have been with Craig David and Cadet on the UK Garage Flex? Are you mad? Do you know how much that was shed off? Because you see Cadet, he flows, but then also the context of what he's rapping about as well. Like I'm telling you, it would have just went off. Do you know what I mean? But you know, if there are any vocals, I don't know. Well, I don't know. We don't know. We don't. I don't know if there's any other extra work out there with Cadet out there like that. If there is, there is. If there isn't, it isn't. Um, but I'm definitely gonna. I'm due to react to some of his his videos for his album that was released, Rated Legend, from last year. So yeah. So I definitely get on that. Definitely get me. But yeah, I feel like other than that, like Deno, he's one of those artists, yeah. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot. He's even got um DDG, and he's American. See, the funny thing is, yeah, I'm not being funny, yeah. I didn't know whether to take him serious as an artist, but now that he's on there, I'm now taking him serious because I'm like, should I react to his stuff? Should I not? Like, it's a thing where how do you take it serious? Do you know what I mean? Like, do I take it serious? So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna definitely react to his music now. Yeah. It's funny how if someone works with someone that you're familiar with and they take him serious, that's when you end up taking him serious sometimes. Alright, listen, what they call that? A cosign is what it is. It is what it is. And you would think a UK cosigning an American, how does that work? It's usually Americans cosigning the UK. No. That happens too. The UK does cosign Americans too. But yeah, so other than that, I feel like there's one particular song. What song was it? I think it was Boy Meets World. Or was it Broken? No, it's Boy Meets World, where he was talking about the song was more or less about the situation between something that happened between him and one of his friends. I don't want to give away too much of what he was about, but it just shows you the actual title of the song, the title of the project, Boy Meets World, because you start to realize, shit, it this how can't speak. It this how the world is. You know what I mean? Like, how are people treating you this way? How do you react like this way? And I like how he reacted in the sense of, okay, I know what's going on. You know what I mean? And then, get me. I like how even though he took that L, he still took a W. Yeah, this is what I mean. Anyone that tries to badmine anyone, yeah, what tends to happen to the person that they try to badmine, they're always gonna take W's anyway. You know what I mean? And the person that is trying to badmine the next person, that person is going to receive loads of L's. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Even if it may seem like in that moment it is a W for them, they're taking L's. Yeah, their karma will come quicker than they will actually realize. But other than that, listen. So this is what I'm gonna suggest then. Yeah, as usual, take one song in context to our context. Context, it is what it is. So Boy Meets World is more or less a situation where a boy steps into manhood, basically, right? All right. So in order for a boy to step into manhood, he has to learn what is a man and how to become a man. And the key thing here is you have to learn how to basically you have to learn what the traits are. Yeah, first and foremost. Now these traits are naturally within you anyway, and then naturally you're gonna come across certain circumstances that's gonna help develop those traits even further. Like these are real life tests. yeah, and you will pass the first time if you got the knowledge of how, yeah. Now, because sometimes this is what happens naturally. A boy will grow into a man anyway, yeah, but he will go through these tests, yeah, in life. And what happens is, if you don't have the right knowledge on how to navigate these problems, you go through or navigate these tests or pass the test, you keep on failing it and failing it and failing it and failing it. And when you're failing it, you get another test that's similar, and then you fail it. If you fail it again, you get another test that's similar. But it's only when you pass it, then you're like, oh raw. Then you get another test that's completely different to deal with something different. You see what I mean? It's so insane how life works sometimes. But you have to be prepared. You have to have the right knowledge. Yeah. So when you do get these tests, that you won't forget anything of it. You know what I mean? You will more or less pass them first time. Like more or less. So if you click the link in the description box below, you'll get access to online courses such as roles and relationships. Now in that course there, that's where you're going to learn how to develop yourself further as a man. You know what I mean? And be more masculine and mature and stuff like that. So you are prepared and ready for the world. Yeah? Because let's deep it. As an adult, you're going to spend more of your life as an adult than you are as a teen or as a kid. It is what it is. Yeah? But anyway, the link to the original, the link to the album, should I say, is in the description box below. Make sure you stream that, go stream that, go stream that. I don't necessarily have a favorite. I do want to make sure, I hope there is a video for gifts like that. Maybe it could be animated, you know what I mean? It'd be like, I want to see a video for that 100%. And I definitely want to see a video for Different Wave as well. And definitely for Boy Meets World. But anyway, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification because you never know the video you suggest might just be next. If I forgot to rate the album, it's 10 out of 10, of course.